The more you are leveling up, you think the lessons stop coming? No, there are just going to be more and more lessons. The minute you open a matrix door, there's going to be more problem coming. It's about time that we start looking at problem as, I'm going to say it, blessing, as lesson. And you don't sit there and try to dodge a bullet. Instead, you face it. You face your own demon. You face your fear and you overcome the problem. That is how you level up. Stop hiding from your problem. If you can't do anything about it, you need to stop worrying about it. Don't give other people, other circumstances, the outer environment, the remote control to your body, to your soul, and to your mind. I used to let everything bother me. I used to always look at the people who have the I don't care attitude and wondering how can they do that? How can they be so carefree and not give a shit about what anybody say or think? How can I be like them? Maybe they worked on themselves a lot to get to that level, or they're just the type that they don't care. Now you may think, well, that's not fair that we were born caring about everything versus the people who just don't have a bone of caring inside their body. I want to make a point clear to you that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you for caring too much, for feeling bothered by everything, for being aware and paying attention to all things going around you. The ability to feel is beautiful and it is a blessing as long as you don't let it control your life. So you might be wondering, how do you feel without allowing yourself to care too much? In this video, I will show you the how. As usual, I like to dive deep into the why because we need to know where does it go deep to, why you do the thing you do. I'm a strong believer of finding the root cause of everything to solve the problem. This happened a lot due to our childhood. So let's say when you grew up with parents who wasn't being consistent and you were being bullied and picked on as a kid, you will feel so much more sensitive to the environment around you. You will be much easier to react to circumstances because you are used to chaos. You're used to reacting. This creates insecurity, triggers anxiety, jealousy. A lot of older generation parents like to compare their kids to other people's kids without knowing what is the cause they are doing to the kids' brain. Make the kids growing up feeling bothered by everyone and everything. They are comparing, even when it due to a manifestation or anything that they want to work toward, they would have this wanting, yearning, feeling so bad. And it's a desperate energy. It will end up push away all the manifestation, your special someone, your goals, your dream farther because you want it so bad. This also relates to your ego because you are not relaxed. Therefore, your ego always trying to fight its way to make sure that everything will go in the order. Make sure that you are in control. We want to feel control of everything. That's human's nature. We want validation. Doesn't matter how anybody say that they can be an individual or lone wolf. Even me, I said that a lot, but I genuinely believe that we are creature of social and we need to lean on another perspective, energy to thrive within. So as long as you understand that, that's awareness and that's the beginning of everything. One of the trick I do is before you start letting yourself feel bothered, angry, or can't let go of a manifestation of someone, of something that is getting on your nerve, you can't be unbothered like how you would want to be. Always ask yourself, does this help you in any ways? Pay attention to what comes up. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to act cool. Don't try to brush it off. Don't ignore it because it could lead to magical way to heal your wounds. Without a proper healing and understanding, you will never be happy. Have you seen people who live in such good environment and have everything around them, but they are just not happy? That is because they are unhealed. And you see people who are so happy and they might not have everything, but they continue to maintain in the present moment and always be able to look at things in a brighter perspective because they have worked on themselves and they heal whatever past trauma, whatever triggers that would show up, they would allow the feeling to come up without judging it and work on it. And to do this, you need to learn how to untie the knots. I think every one of us, we are work in progress. We have a lot of darkness, shadows, ego, and deeper messages, especially it could be from ancestor, past life experiences. A lot of people will deny this. They don't want to see their shadow. They keep saying that they don't have an ego, but the more that they are unaware and in denial, the harder it is for them to actually feel unbothered. So if you want to work on your way to feel unbothered, you need to first identify what is bothering you and allowing it to surface. Next thing is look at the problem and ask yourself, is there anything you can do to stop this? To stop the bothering feeling, to push the process faster, to stop giving an F and truly let go and trust. If you can't do anything about it, you need to stop worrying about it. Don't give other people, other circumstances, the outer environment, the remote control to your body, to your soul, and to your mind. Don't let people live rent-free in your mind, running your whole mindset system, taking your time and energy from what truly matters to you. I just want to remind you that coping doesn't work. What does that mean? Before, when I feel bothered, I would call someone and I would vent. I would smoke some weed and drink some alcohol, hoping that the problem will automatically go away, because when you do that, you will temporarily forget about a problem. But what happened is it hits you back harder and it keep repeating the lesson. Have you ever noticed when you make a mistake or there's certain thing that kept happening in your life repeatedly? That's because you haven't learned the lesson. Until you learn the lesson and ready to move on, your higher self, your ego, your spirit guide, your destiny will keep giving you the same lesson for you to level up. And that is why you fall into this loop of repeating pattern. Like how I have the biggest test in my life anytime, because I have no patience. On one thing, it keep leading to another, and then everything else in my life is stagnant. Or I let things bottles up and I don't communicate with people. It would affect my manifestation because everything is related. You think you have one problem and it's not related to the other problem? No, it's all the same thing. If your chakra are not clear, you have problem communicating. It will affect your manifestation. It will bring stagnation to everything else, your love life, your work life, your spiritual path, everything. Believe me on this. I wish I knew this sooner. So when you use distraction, you will go back to square one. Only that the lesson repeat might even be harder, and you just be so sick of being because you don't know how to get out from the matrix. That's why you keep getting stuck on one door and you cannot move up to the next. And this is when you need to allow it to come up. When it comes up, try not to label it, analyze it. Just know that it's bothering you and it's triggering you. Therefore, dig even deeper. Why is this triggering you? Why do you feel irritated? What part of you that need healing? What needs to be highlighted? What do you need to understand more about yourself to get past this? I'm going to take an example. At my mom's shop, there's a lady next door have the same beauty shop as her. Very close to her. She moved away and she comes back, and the lady was very upset that my mom came back. And her client, of course, come say hi to her, but still come back to the other shop. And she walked in my mom's shop and start cursing, yelling at my mom, "Why are you doing this to me? Why did you move away and come back? Are you trying to take all my clients?" Twice she came in the shop. My mom was very upset. She couldn't sleep. And when she told me the story, I was upset too because somebody is cussing my mom out. But I was trying to use all knowledge that I've learned and show her how to be unbothered. And think about that lady like a snowman that gets stuck in a snow globe and just trying to yell and throw tantrum, but it will automatically turn back to her somehow. And I explained to my mom about karma. Especially this year is a very karmic year. Whatever you send out, it will come back threefold, and it's faster than any other year. Mark my word. If you pay attention, you see a lot of people who do bad things are paying their karma this year. Be good. You still have time and you can still choose not to respond to the bad energy that's being sent your way. Because I told my mom, if you continue to do the same thing to her, which a day later, she literally grabbed my mom's clients into her shop, and the client texted my mom, apologized that she walked in the wrong shop and the lady would not let her go. If my mom would have done the same thing, it would just be a war back and forth. And it's not even worth it, because what it does is it just create more stagnation in my mom's business, and it will create more drama, the drama that she doesn't need. Because if you're talented enough, you wouldn't worry about losing it to someone else. I explained to my mom, she is so talented in what she does. And I told her, you don't need to scoop down to that level. And for the first time, over 30-something years, my mom listened to me and she was thanking me for sharing the knowledge and teaching her how to be calm, because she could not act like that, and she was able to truly let go. Just because you let it go, that doesn't mean you are being a pushover or letting people step on you. The ability to withdraw and protect your peace is the best thing that you can ever do, while everybody just try to throw tantrum at you and you react calm. The person who is calmer during an argument or any conflict is the person who's taking control. So don't mistaken by the person who's yelling, screaming, and acting crazy, trying to get physical. It's the one with the power. No, you are weak. That's why you have to try to make yourself look big. Because if you're already confident, you can just whisper and you can still get your point across. Next thing, I want you to think about what bothering you is not happening right now. Even if it's yesterday, last hour, last minute, it is in the past. Your mind have a habit to want to keep you in the past or the future, thinking about what you want to do back to them, how you're going to get back. You are not in the present moment. If you are in the present moment, you are staying in peace and nothing can bother you. That is the main key of how to truly stay unbothered. The present moment is always the moment of you're not allowing the negative thoughts, the emotion to control you. You see them come up, but you don't have any reaction to them. Just like the negative people or the people who's throwing tantrum, when you don't give them your attention, they automatically lose. If you think about this that way, the past will create the way you think, or it will program you to act certain way. So whenever you are about to act certain way, think back. Is this really how you want to become? Or is this something that you have been programmed in your mind in the past, wanted you to act this way? If you can understand this, I know this is deep, but think really clear about what I just said. If you can control this, you are now unable to be bothered. And for you to be able to do this, you need to write down a lot, journal a lot, or make a video. You don't need to share to anyone, but speak it out. That is why I love making YouTube videos. Okay? Some video I don't even have a lot of views. I have under 100 views. But why do I keep making them? Because the more videos that I make, the more I speak out to the universe, the more I'm becoming the person that I yearn to become. That I would say my future self. And that's why the name in this channel is The Future Self. Because when you speak it out, let's say when I talk about toxic positivity, or I talk about eating healthy and having a schedule, waking up at 5:30 in the morning and take a cold shower and have a daily habit. If I allow myself to go back, of course I'm human. There are times I'm going to go backward. But I would remember that, hey, I talked about this. If I'm going to lead, I need to lead as an example. And I need to practice what I preach. That is the only way I can build a confidence and respect to myself. And if I respect myself, everybody will see that. And I would receive the same thing from other people. You can never demand other to respect you. Hey, give me respect. I deserve your respect. If you respect yourself and you learn when to walk off, you learn and detach yourself from the bad old habit that drag you down. Everybody else can see that and they will automatically follow. Nothing lead as loud as example versus just talking. Anybody can talk. Talk is cheap. That is why I think you should journal it down, recognizing it, record videos, speaking to yourself. That way when you come across the same problem again, you know, hey, I've been bothered by this in the past. The same thing. I'm not going to let myself fall into the same track. And I'm going to tell you, the more you are leveling up, you think the lessons stop coming? No, there are just going to be more and more lessons. The minute you open a matrix door, there's going to be more problem coming. It's about time that we start looking at problem as, I'm going to say it, blessing, as lesson. And you don't sit there and trying to dodge a bullet. Instead, you face it. You face your own demon. You face your fear and you overcome the problem. That is how you level up. Stop hiding from your problem. Be bold with your audacity. You know, when you truly understand why you do the thing you do and why your past program, people, trauma make you the way you are today, this is not blaming. You will choose to either continue being that way or stand up and walk a different route this time because you have the awareness to acknowledge where is it coming from. The very last thing I would do is ask myself, what would the highest version of myself, how would she react in this situation? Let's say whoever you admire. I don't like to say the word worshiping or role model because I like to be my own role model. But there are people you admire, of course, and you want to adopt their habits and the good attitude, how they are, right? You would ask yourself, how would this person act in this situation? If you try and you can't hear your higher self, you need a good example, then you would ask, let's say I admire Mel Robbins a lot. I would ask myself, what would Mel do in this situation? Would she trip the fuck out? Would she be yelling at the other person? Would she feel so bothered when she lose her sleep? Would she become so irritated and annoyed and allow this person who is getting on her nerve to control her life, to affect her work and get a hold of her like a remote control? No, of course not. Then I would work through my trigger. And that's the last thing that I would do. And lift myself up, detach myself from the situation, from a witness point of view, and stop letting it get to me. I've done this last week, and before, the same problem would probably take me half a week. That's what my partner say. To get over, it was 2.5 hours, going on 3 hours. I was journaling, I was talking to myself, I was looking at my past mistake and ask myself, why do I feel this way? Why do I let someone use it against me? And it was powerful because 3 hours later, I was able to move on. And this happened on my birthday. She would have ruined my birthday dinner, but I didn't let it happen, you know, and it was a big problem. It was not something small because it's hard for me to feel bothered now, to be honest. And I'm so proud of myself that I did that. And I believe you can if you follow all the steps I share with you today. If you like what I share, don't forget to support my channel. It means so much to me, even with less than 100 views, because I genuinely believe that if my message resonates and it can help you, it will change your life because it changed my life. Sending you so much love, positive energy, and the ability to stop giving a fuck about what anyone's bothering you, and take back the remote control of your life. See you in the next video. Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, watch this one next. You'll love it too.